Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Witchwood. So, I've got one more guide to do for you to tell you how I think you should draft a deck for Toki the Time Turner. She is one of the most RNG characters within the Witchwood, as you can see. I got my arse handed to me on that one. So, her hero power is that she can rewind time. So basically, if you get bad RNG, you can rewind time. If you get bad RNG from the boss that you're fighting, rewind time. Now, there's several ways in which you can try and pick the minions you get, the spells you get, and things like that. I'm going to try and show you the best one to actually pick, but that's obviously dependent on what passives you get and so on and so forth. But you do want to bear in mind that you face Infinite Toki as the final boss. So you really want to try and pick on mana curve and longevity for the final boss, because the final boss's hero power is to restart everything, and the only thing that changes is the health that you have left over. So I've got a couple of choices here. I can get the Flame Walker out and make sure I take the Direwolf out, or I can do Cinder Blast. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Flame Walker out, going to sacrifice that minion, I'm going to end turn it and see what... Now he brings out a Direwolf, that's shocking. So he's got 0 mana left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in for Cinderstorm. There we go. So taking out a Direwolf, I put some damage into his face, and then I used a Flame Walker just to take him out. The Flame Walker is so strong in certain situations. So that's it, he's done there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to choose a spell. It doesn't really matter at this point. And then what I'll do is I'll use a Spell Slinger. Actually, yeah. Reorder your deck from the highest cost to the lowest cards and draw a card. Yeah, I'll trigger that spell. So there you go, he's on one. Hit him in the face, as easy as that. Now here's where the critical part of the game comes into it. Your very first passive. So, all of those are terrible. So, we could go for a Legends pick, but that won't come into effect until turn 5. Could start with 2 extra cards. I think extra Crystal Gem is going to be the way to go for now. So, that is absolutely awful. Awful. And awful. Knowledge. And Legends. Whenever you cast... Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Should have really picked the Scepter now, but it's too late now. Right, so we're going with the Legends. So I haven't really picked a run for my deck yet. So I'm just going to get rid of that one, because I'm going to try and get the Flame Walker out as soon as possible. Oh, and he gives me a 7. Mean. So I'm going to start off with 2 mana crystals. And we've got the Babbling Book. Okay, that'll do. See what he gives me. That's absolutely perfect, because then I can put my Flame Walker out and I can cover him. So there we go. We're going to get the Flame Walker out. I'm going to do 1 face damage. So hopefully I draw some spells here. Another 2 spell would be good. No, and you're not going to give it to me. Okay. So we're going to summon a random minion here. And then... So I'm going to sacrifice the Babbling Book because he's not much good anyway. Don't need to get rid of this guy yet. Oh dear. That's an issue. Okay. So we've got Cinderstorm. Anybody that knows me knows that I love a good Cinderstorm. There we go. We've got board control back. He's taken 2 to the face. He's taken another 2. That's why the Flame Walker is so strong. So he's now going to come in and do the face damage. There we go. Poisonous Assassin. I'm not too worried about him. So we've got 6 left on the board. So I'm going to put the Water Rally out. I'm then going to cast a spell. There we go, that'll do. He's going to take me out anyway, but he's going to lose in the process, so I'm not too concerned. There we go. So I've taken 2 face damage. So I'm not too worried about getting the minion out at this stage. So I'm going to take his weapon away. There we go, we'll do the 2 face damage. We'll end the turn, because I've got this spell sitting there that deals 5 damage, so I'm not too worried. Yeah, there we go. And he's now down to 1, so I don't even need to use the spell. I've got the weapon out, so that's lethal, so there we go. That's game over. So let's see what picks they give me this time. Okay, got Legends again. Not really. Syndragosa. Not really. Boom. Now that's quite interesting. I think I'm going to take some Boom. So the ideal passive pick for me would have been Double Time. Because Double Time, all your spells repeat, and then you can go for a heavy spells deck with a few elementals mixed in to support that. But unfortunately, didn't get it. Right, so I'm going to get rid of the Spell Slinger and Blizzard and keep Cinderstorm. Babbling Book, good start. I don't like Tink Master Overspark. Although, it's not too terrible with this. So what have we got? Okay, so we've got no 2s. So we'll just pull out the Babbling Book. I'm sure you do. So what are we pulling? We've got a nice Taunt there, but I don't need to use him yet. So let's take him down to 20 already. Kind of wishing I held Cinderstorm though. Draw 3 spells. I don't know whether I have 3 spells in there. It's telling me I can use it. But I really want to keep board control at this stage. Perfect. Bye. Love that. That worked in my favour. It doesn't always. It's probably going to go after the Babbling Book. Yep, there we go. So we're now sitting on a 5. I want to keep board control. So I'm going to hit him in the face. Well, he decided not to attack. So let's get out of the water alley. Let's take one of these guys out. Not yet. We'll put one in his face and then we'll go Mad Bomber. 2, 3. Absolutely perfect. That worked in my favour. Believe me, it doesn't always. I could have done without that. Right, now he's starting to get a bit of a board up. Perfect. Okay. So I can either 6, 7, 10. I can do 13 to his face, or I can gain a bit of board control back. So I think I'd rather have the board control, to be honest. So I'm just gonna take these guys out. And then that leaves me in a bit better position in the next round. Yeah, that's fine. Right, okay, so let's start having some fun. So we'll have the Flame Walker down. We'll discover a spell. So that's going to be a 4. Ooh, I'll take that. And there's a reason why I took that. Because then I can do that. Right, because that bomb can't attack, I'm not particularly worried about it at the moment, so we'll just do all the face damage. So yeah. I'm not too worried about him getting players out now because he's on below 8. So now I can use all of these spells in effect. So I'm going to pretty much wipe out his whole board. This is going to be funny. So there we go. Yeah, that's fine. So he's now down to 4 already. So I'll just pull out another one of these spells to really upset him. What should we go for? We'll do that. And there you go. So that's why those Flame Walkers are so strong. But as I say, this is not the ideal deck that I wanted to pull. It's kind of a bit chaotic at the moment. So, discover a copy of a card in your deck. Repeat this 2 more times. Okay. No, that one's not so great, nor is that one. Let's go for the Brass Lantern. It gives me card draw. Right, so, Magical Friends. No, not really. Knowledge. No. I think I'm going to go for Boom again. Just because it was the best of several bad options. Cool. Started off with a brass lantern. That's good. Let's see what his hero power is. Give a friendly minion stealth until next turn. Oh, okay. So I've got a couple of options here. So I can start off by discovering a spell, or I can go Mad Bomber. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go Mad Bomber. 1. Alright, he put 2 in his face. That'll do. Oh, got me a Cinderstorm. That'll wipe both of those out. Or I could go Tar Creeper and save the Cinderstorm. Do you know what? I'm going to play this a bit differently. I'm going to put the Tar Creeper out. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see what he does. He did nothing. Okay. I'm going to save that for now. Going to go Cinderstorm. See what happens here. There you go. I took 2 out. That's fine. I'll just run him into there. I put 3 in his face. Now I use the brass lantern. I got a taunt out already, so I'll discover the Babbling Book, and I'll discover the Babbling Book. I'll take. You know, I'll take another taunt as well. That wasn't the best in the world. I think it would have been better. Oh! He obviously wants to keep board control. Right, okay. So we'll put another taunt creeper out. We'll discover a spell as well. Summon a copy of each one dies after taking damage. Oh, okay. That one could be interesting. Let's take that one. Right, so we'll just run into his face. Whenever this minion attacks, deal 2. Oh, that was quite mean. So we're now sitting on 6. So, Babbling Book. I know what I'm doing there. Goodbye. We'll put another Babbling Book out. Discover a mage minion. If your deck has no minions, keep all 3. Or I could go draw 2 cards, cost 1 less for each different spell. Do you know, that could be quite beneficial. Let's just do that. Okay. Actually, it wasn't beneficial. But now I've got a bit more card draw for free, which was nice. Right, okay, perfect. Alright, solid. Discover a mage minion. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Nice. Do you know what? I'm taking that. Right, okay, so board control again. So I'll just sacrifice the Spell Slinger. And then we'll run another 2 damage in his face. I'm starting to get more high value minions on the board, which is nice. That wasn't very nice of you, was it? That was kind of mean, actually. Okay. Oh, nice. That's not so nice. Right. Let's just run some face damage. Ouchie. Well, that kind of wiped him out anyway, so I'm happy with that. Now the real fun begins. So, do you know what? I was going to put the Flame Walker out. There we go. He's got to take this one out, surely. No? Alright. See, that could be fun. Don't particularly want to do that at the moment. I know what I'm going to do. So that's kind of neutralised any that he's had. And that's put a bit more damage in his face as well. That hasn't really worked out for you, pal. Because you can't really attack with them. Out of all of them you could have gone for, you went for the lowest one. Right, okay, I'm really not going to drag this out. There you go, that's absolute lethal. So this deck is actually working out to be actually quite nice. So, boom. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of good. Chaos. Open the way gates is just a pile of rubbish. That's the only thing that puts me off about that. No. I think out of all of them, it's going to have to be boom. Just because Spiteful Summoner is just absolutely awesome. So if we get through this one, we should be able to pick another passive. So I'm going to leave the Tar Creeper just because it's such a great card. And the best thing about the Tar Creeper is if I only get elemental picks, you know, that's fine. Now I'm going to do something a bit risky here. I'm going to put the Flame Walker out straight away and hope that she doesn't take him out. And, oh, she's still not going to be able to attack me. So that's good. Perfect. That's worked out absolutely perfect. So what I want to do is protect the Flame Walker for as long as possible. So I'm going to stick a Tar Creeper down. And then I'm going to do my Lantern. Which card should I go for? Do you know what? I think I'm going to go for the Spiteful Summoner. And then we'll go for them and then that one. So I'm not worried about board control at this stage. I could take him out, but then that'll leave my Flame Walker on 1 health, and I don't really want to risk him too much at the moment. See, this is where it becomes a problem, because I don't want to hit that ideally, but we're going to see what happens. So, Cinderstorm, and it did it, didn't it? Great. So, I'm going to kick off another spell. You may notice that every time I draw a spell, she draws a card, but that's what I want her to do, because I want her to start burning cards. No. I mean, they're all pretty terrible, really. And then we'll put 2 in her face, and then we'll put another one in her face. Now, obviously, this is going to take me out. So there we go. Knew that was going to happen. Now she's trying to throw away as many cards as possible. So he needs to go. Above all else, he just has to go. So I'll tell you what. We'll put this one down and then we'll see what spell she reveals. That's a 6. What minion do I get? That has actually worked out nice. But it's left this on the board. So if this hits, it's going to take him out. This could be the death of me if I do this wrong. See, he can take out both of those. And almost that one. So I'm just going to run the 2 in his face, I think. And then I'll see what happens. Oh! Done it wrong. So I've got a couple of choices here. I can bring out the Tar Creeper, or I can drop in the Meteor. I think I'm going to drop in the Meteor. Right. This is getting a bit squeaky bum time. You arse clown. So I've got a couple of options. I can use Tink Master Overspark. Do you know what? I'm going to use Tink Master Overspark just to see what happens here. No. Now bear in mind that you only get 1 shot at that. So, do you know what? I'm going to put Lich King down because I don't want to risk it. I've already taken 1 risk and it's not paid off. So, we're going to go ahead and turn there. Oh! Ouchie. That hurt. Right. Two. Really? No, I don't really want to do that. So we'll try that again. Hopefully it works out better. Yay, there we go. That's nice. So we'll put the Tar Creeper out just to give our minions a bit of protection. Well, that was the plan. Ouch. You've got no minions to give that to. taking the 3 to the face. That surprised me. So I'm now sitting on 10 mana crystals. So again, I've got some options. I'm going to put Frostmoor on, I think, because it's such a great card. Let's discover a spell. We'll go for that one. Right, so let's start doing some more face damage. Let's just wear him down a bit. So we've taken him down to 11, so we're nicely in control. We've got the board. Oh! That was a bit nasty. So that leaves me with 12, and technically he's got 16 on the board. Right, okay. Right, so I've now burnt his cards. So it's a shame I can't do any more spells. So let's take him out there. Let's put another 7 in his face. And now I've got lethal next turn. So he's going to try and protect himself now. You done? That's good. Because goodbye. And there you go, that's game. So we're still going at the moment, we're going strong. Solid picks of boom all the way through so far. Right, so here's your extra passive. So enemy minions cost 1 more. Or when your hero dies, restart the game and remove this from your dungeon deck. Double your starting health. I mean, none of them are great, but I think what I'm going to do is, to give me an extra advantage, I'm going to go for Glyph of Warding. Right, so, boom. Got another Tar Creeper. It's really not that fantastic. Erratic creatures, not really that fantastic. Frosty. After this minion attacks, freeze it. It's going to have to be boom again. Oh, this one is so annoying. I'll explain more a bit when we actually get to that part. Right, so we'll get rid of him. Oh, Pyroblast, wow. Right. So her passive is, whenever a friendly minion dies, shuffle a copy into your deck. So, yeah. That's going to be a pain in the backside. Right, okay. So, actually, yeah, I want to do that now. I was going to wait to use the Flame Walker, but if I can get the Tar Creeper out straight away, even better. Ass clown. So I'm running out of card draw at the moment, which is not fantastic. So that proves I need to add... That is just evil. You evil, evil AI. He's going to get rid of my Flame Walker. He's destroying one of my minions now. Well, at least he's given me some card draw. Right. You can have a spell in your face. And then we'll give you a Mad Bomber. No, I'm not having that. 3 explosive barrels to my face. How dare you, sir? 1, 2. That'll do. And then we'll throw in some Cinderstorm just to upset him a bit. There we go. I don't think I've cast many spells this game, have I? I've cast at least 2. Alright. Don't want to overload. Let's just do the face damage. Destroy a minion, your opponent draws 2 cards. She loves that card, doesn't she? She's trying to get rid of my deck. I swear she is. Right, okay. I'm going to put 3 in her face. Ideally, that's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Now, I could go and do the 1 Overlord damage. And then I've still got a good draw. There we go. Yeah, you went for the face. Right, so I'm now sitting on 7 and I'm now pulling some spells. So, oh, I can't do it because of that overload, because I was going to do the... Okay, I got 2 of them, so it's fine. Oh! Lovely! Ooh, he's nice. Right, okay, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do that. Because I want slightly more board control than that. Do you know what? Let's go for it. That's good. Let's take that. That was rather mean of you. Right, so every time I cast a spell, and that's lethal, and I didn't actually realise. There you go. So we managed to get through that one nicely. I took a bit more face damage than I actually wanted to take. It looks like I've completed some sort of quest. Right, so who's next? Right, don't want to take legends. Lost secrets, no. Summon a 5/5 dragon for each spell you've cast this game that may cost 5 or more. I'll take that. So Boom's been like a strong pick for me. So as soon as he draws a minion, they've got 1/1. So it's very important that I control the board at all times. Now this is usually a choking point for a lot of people, the 7 out of 8. It's like, you know, Battle.net wants to like give you hope and then just dash it away. So, a good start, but I want to get rid of that. Not much better, but his minions cost one more and I get an extra gem, so... Ugh. Right, so let's start off with the Raven Familiar. Ah! Pain in the ass. Right, so that's an end turn. Right, I'm not getting a lot of card draw here, so I'm going to use the Brass Lantern. So, we'll take a Qatar Creeper. I haven't used any spells yet, so I'm going to take another Tar Creeper. And we'll take the Pyramid Glyph. Right, so let's discover some spells. When your enemy plays a card on the turn that is entered their hands, gets a copy of... When an enemy casts a spell on a minion summon... Yeah, I think that's the best of the bad lot, really. That was... I could have re-rolled that, really, to see what else I would get, but... So, as you can see, I've got no board control here. I've just not been given the cards here. So, we're going to have to do Tar Creeper. We're going to have to do that Secret. And then I'm just going to have to put another 2 in his face. So I'm sitting on 5 with no other card draw whatsoever. So it's not looking good at the moment. RNG started to screw me over. So I need to use this, really. So he sacrificed 2 of his cards. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm half tempted to do a Blizzard. Or I could bring out that. Do you know what? I think I'm going to use the Spiteful Summoner. 2. No. I'm just going to re-roll it. We'll try that again. So we'll go Spiteful Summoner. That's better, a 6. Summon, yeah, that's not too bad. So I'm going to take him out. Going to put 1 in. Going to put another 5 in. And we'll just buff that up. So he will get Wind Fury. That's the only problem. Ah! Good play. Well done. Right, okay. So I can use a Blizzard, do 2 damage, but no. Or I could do 5 damage. Problem is, if I do 5 damage, I have to use one of these guys. You know, it's going to have to be Meteor. There you go. Got board control back. Let's start putting some damage into his face. That's the whole advantage of having these spells. It's absolutely awesome. Wow, there we go. But do you know the best bit? They're not staying there. Say hello to Blizzard. So, board control straight back. So, let's take him down again. Right, okay. 5 damage to all enemy minions. Or I could go 4 and 4 and put the water alley down. But do I really want board control? That's a thinker. Okay, yeah, I want board control more than anything. I don't want him having minions on the board. So he's now down to 14. Right, yeah. Okay. So let's do another one. So, more damage. And let's put a Tar Creeper down. So I've got him down to 9. So this has been a bit of a slow process, but we're getting there. Oh! And I've run out of spells that can clear the board. Okay. Oh, I've got lethal anyway. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. So we got through it. We got through the trap boss, as I like to call it. Because he is a trap boss. So, now we get to pick an extra one. You see, I don't really want to play that, because even though it can be a strong character, you've got to play so many spells for it to work. I think I'm going to go for the old Militia Horn, because this is number 8, so this is going to be Toki. So, I've got some elementals, which could be useful. I think I've got enough of these cards where I can clean the board. So I've got the Tar Creepers with quite a lot of elementals in the board, so I can incorporate it with the Blazer. So we'll just do that, because that gives me a bit of card draw as well. So the final boss, Infinite Toki. So she can give a minion friendly Mega Wind Fury at this end of her turn. I'm not really explaining, but basically she can reset time as well as giving her minions Wind Fury. I'm kind of stuttering a bit, do excuse me. Gotta love it. Right, okay. So we've got the Glyph Award in. We start off with an extra gem. Her minions cost 1 extra. So we really decide whether we want to reveal a spell or... Let's just go straight... yeah, there we go. Cinder Blast. Got to be done. All I need is the Flame Walker to come out now. Oh, I forgot to say, she has a heavy secrets-laden deck. So, I'm going to go for reveal a spell, I think. Yes. Oh, she's got Enhance Somatic. That's not clever. Right, so we're going to go in for the Cinderstorm. Yes, cleaned the board. Lovely. It's exactly what we wanted. Right, so she's gone for Open the Way Gate. Okay, so we could go Tar Creeper. But at this stage, she's got no minions out. So I'm going to go Spell Slinger. Resummon this minion. That's cool. I'm going to go Babbling Book. I want as much card draw as possible. Right, so we'll go 2 to her face and we'll go end. Right, that's fine. So I need to destroy that in order to get it back. So I've got to be careful. I can't put Tink Master Overspark down to destroy that, because otherwise I won't get my minion back. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm just going to give my minions this death rattle. And then I'm just going to see what happens here. Yeah, perfect, it worked. There we go. So now I've got my minion back as well. Your spells cost 1 less. Okay. So now we're getting a bit closer to card draw. So I'm going to use the lantern. Yep. We're on 6 at the moment. Yep. And then, yep, perfect. Gives me loads and loads of card draw. So first of all, before I do anything else, I'm just going to run all this damage into her face. And now I'm going to Tink Master Overspark. We didn't like that. So I'm not going to use Tink Master Overspark. I'm going to leave it there. Oh, so we've got to do this again, have we? Oh, it's actually worked out nicer. So we'll have a Cinderstorm. We'll have a Tar Creeper. Oh, and that's actually worked out even more perfect. So, yeah. So that's buffed them up. It's got board control back. Let's run the face damage. So we're controlling the board nicely. Turn 10, she does like reset it. Right, that needs to go like straight away. You git. So I'm now sitting on 7. So I don't care about losing him, so this will happen. No secrets to trigger, right, okay. Nice. That's actually works out very well. Right, she's playing secrets to try and buff this. That's actually worked out perfect for me. Oh, even better. Right, so what I'm going to do is, I think, I'm going to use Blizzard. Then I'm going to add 2 random spells to my hand. That's perfect. Yep, again, great. So I just want to take him out. So it's what I want to lose, really. So we're going to lose that. We're going to put 5 in, 3 in, 2 in, and another 3. So by turn 8, I've got it down to 28. Now, as long as this works out the way that I want it to, then I should be able to take her out. Right, so that's got Mega Win through. Oh, so this is brilliant. So I've got this one again. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put the Flame Walker on. We're going to do that. So I'm going to buff all my minions again. And okay, we don't use that yet. Discover a spell. There we go. So we've now put another 2 in her face. Do you know what? I'm going to use another spell. So I've got 5, 9, 13, 18, 25. So hopefully the Flame Walker will... Yeah, and that's lethal. Oh no, it's not. I miscalculated. I miscalculated. Oh no. Oh no, she's going to reset time as well. No, she's not. Oh, I've got her. Oh, that could be an ice block in there. If that's an ice block, I'm in trouble. Right, okay. Let's use the top. Oh, no, that's it. That's lethal. Ah, she's got ice block. No. She had ice block. Oh, no. Right, so deal 6 damage if your deck has no... Oh, okay. That's quite nice. I didn't play a secret. So I'm just... Do you know what? I'm just going to take that out. She's going to reset time now. I know she is. I bet she's got ice block again. Ah! And I actually beat her. So that was a successful 8 out of 8 run with Toki. And basically my deck was a bit erratic. And there was a few ups and downs. But mostly it wasn't too bad. That's the first time that I have ever beaten Toki on an 8 out of 8 run without her resetting time. Which is unusual because usually she does. She's a little bitch like that. But anyway, as you can see, that was my 4th and final guide. Beating the 4th and final character. Which was Toki the Time Tinker. Now, as you can see from my board, I took an extra crystal gem, which actually worked out well, then Glyph of Warding, and I pretty much stayed on mana curve for all of my picks. Obviously, I had some high-level ones in there. Some of them I didn't even use. But this Spiteful Summoner is very, very good if you have some high-level spells like Pyroblast in there. Because the potential of, you know, summoning a 10-cost minion is just absolutely insane. But that's my 4th and final guide. I am going to put a guide up to beat Hagatha as well. So stay tuned for that one. I am going to be back doing a lot more YouTube videos. I've got a lot more time. I spent a long time in hospital. That's the reason why there's not been any guides out. But guys, look after yourself. Be safe. And in the run up to Christmas, I hope you have a very good Christmas. We're not allowed to say Merry Christmas anymore. Oops, I just said it. So I'm going to say Happy Holidays. Alright, catch you later guys. Thanks very much.